Hello and welcome to my channel, your go-to source for the latest in USA Gossip 24. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for all the updates. Let's dive right in.
Blake Shelton doesn't have kids of his own. But he's the bonus dad to his wife, Gwen Stefani's, sons. The No Doubt singer shares Kingston, 19, Zuma, 17, and Apollo, 11, with her ex-husband, Gavin Rossdale. Blake Shelton recently got massive support from his stepsons during a huge event. Keep reading to find out more about the wholesome moment. Blake Shelton's stepsons show up with huge support. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani were both coaches on The Voice in 2014. They leaned on each other during their respective divorces, and their friendship eventually turned into romance. The country crooner's marriage to Miranda Lambert ended after 5 years. Meanwhile, Gwen Stefani's union with Bush frontman Gavin Rossdale lasted over a decade. Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani, and her 3 sons live on his ranch in Tishomingo, Oklahoma. 2 of the Austin singer's stepsons recently turned up to show their support in a huge way. After leaving The Voice in 2023, Blake Shelton created a singing competition with Taylor Sheridan for CBS. The road gives aspiring singers a chance to perform on tour with Keith Urban. The first season came to an end earlier this week. The 3 finalists performed at the famous Ryman Auditorium. Adam Sanders took home $250,000, a recording contract, and a set at Stagecoach. Blake Shelton delighted the crowd by taking the stage to perform Stay Country or Die Tryin'. His stepsons, Zuma and Apollo, were in the audience to cheer him on. Kingston, 17, wasn't there but previously performed at his stepdad's Ole Red restaurant in Oklahoma amid a burgeoning music career. Rumors swirl about his marriage to Gwen Stefani. Gwen Stefani didn't attend the road season finale in Nashville. The couple's marriage has been under intense scrutiny for a while now. Sources close to the couple even claimed they live separate lives. The No Doubt singer skipping her husband's performance doesn't look great. However, a source close to the couple gave People magazine a plausible explanation for her absence. Gwen Stefani was reportedly too busy to be there. She reunites with No Doubt in 2026 for a short residency at the Sphere in Las Vegas. There is no truth to the split rumors. They've just been juggling demanding schedules. When they are together, it's just so obvious how solid they are, the source said. The insider added, sometimes they spend a lot of family time together and really treasure that, and then there are periods when the focus is more on work. The word is still out from CBS on the road returning for another season. The Voice returns in early 2026 for a Battle of Champions season, but neither Blake Shelton or Gwen Stefani is expected to return for that. Tell us your reaction to the singer's stepsons showing their support. Blake Shelton has spent most of his life in the spotlight, selling out arenas, topping country charts, and cracking jokes on national television, but in recent years, one role has quietly become the most meaningful of all, stepdad. And over the weekend, that role was front and center when Shelton's stepsons showed up in a big way, offering a powerful display of love, loyalty, and family unity that left fans emotional and social media buzzing. The moment didn't involve a red carpet or an awards speech. There was no scripted announcement or carefully planned publicity push. Instead, it was raw, genuine, and deeply personal, exactly the kind of moment that reminds fans why Blake Shelton's story has resonated far beyond music. A surprise that spoke volumes. Those close to Shelton say he had no idea it was coming. According to insiders, Blake was preparing for what he thought would be a routine appearance, one of many he's done throughout his career. Whether it was a performance, a special event, or a behind-the-scenes moment connected to his post-The Voice life, Shelton reportedly expected nothing out of the ordinary. But then, there they were. Gwen Stefani's sons, Kingston, Zuma, and Apollo, showed up together, making it clear that they weren't just there to watch. They were there to support Blake. For longtime fans, the sight was instantly emotional. While Shelton has always spoken warmly about his relationship with the boys, this public show of unity marked a turning point, proof that what started as a blended family experiment has grown into something deeply real. Blake Shelton's quiet evolution into a family man. Before Gwen Stefani, Blake Shelton was known primarily for 2 things: chart-topping country hits and a larger-than-life personality. His humor, charm, and laid-back Oklahoma persona made him a natural fit for television, especially during his long run on The Voice. But behind the scenes, Shelton's personal life was evolving. When he began dating Stefani in 2015, both were coming out of highly publicized divorces. At the time, few people imagined that Shelton, who had never had children of his own, would so fully embrace a father figure role. Yet over time, that's exactly what happened. Friends say Shelton didn't rush the process. He didn't try to replace anyone. Instead, he showed up, consistently, quietly, and without expectation. From attending school events to spending time at his Oklahoma ranch, Shelton slowly became a constant presence in the boys' lives. And the boys noticed. That's my bonus stat. Over the years, fans have picked up on subtle but meaningful signs of the bond between Shelton and his stepsons. Whether it's casual mentions in interviews, candid family photos shared by Gwen Stefani, or offhand comments that reveal genuine affection, the relationship has always felt authentic. Insiders say the boys often refer to Blake affectionately, viewing him not as a replacement father but as a bonus dad, someone who supports them without pressure or competition. That dynamic made their recent show of support even more powerful. They didn't have to be there, one source close to the family said. They wanted to be. And that distinction matters. The moment that melted fans' hearts. As Shelton became aware of their presence, witnesses say his reaction said everything. Those who were there describe a visible pause, a moment where Shelton seemed genuinely stunned. His expression reportedly shifted from surprise to something deeper: pride, gratitude, and emotion. While Shelton didn't make a big speech or draw attention to the moment, fans caught glimpses of it anyway. A smile that lingered a little longer than usual. A subtle nod. A quiet acknowledgement that didn't need words. Social media quickly picked up on it. Photos and short clips began circulating online, with fans praising the boys for showing up and applauding Shelton for the relationship he's built with them. "This is what real family looks like," one fan wrote. "Blake didn't just marry Gwen, he married her whole world," another commented. Gwen Stefani's role behind the scenes. Those familiar with the family dynamic say Gwen Stefani deserves significant credit for how the blended family has thrived. Stefani has always been fiercely protective of her sons, prioritizing their emotional well-being above public perception. From the beginning, she reportedly made it clear that any partner in her life would need to respect her children and earn their trust. Shelton didn't just meet that expectation, he exceeded it. Friends say Stefani has watched her sons grow more confident and secure over the years, in part because of Shelton's steady presence. She's incredibly proud of the bond they've built, an insider shared. Seeing her boys support Blake like that? It means everything to her. A stark contrast to Hollywood norms. In an industry known for fleeting relationships and complicated family dynamics, Blake Shelton's story stands out. Hollywood is full of blended families that struggle under the weight of fame, schedules, and public scrutiny. Many step relationships never fully find their footing. But Shelton's approach, low-key, consistent, and rooted in respect, has defied those expectations. Instead of trying to be cool or overly authoritative, Shelton reportedly focused on being dependable. He showed up when it mattered. He listened. He didn't force a bond. Over time, that approach paid off. Life after The Voice. Since stepping away from The Voice, Shelton has been navigating a new chapter, one that places more emphasis on personal fulfillment than constant visibility. He's spoken openly about wanting a slower pace, more time at home, and fewer obligations that pull him away from family life. His Oklahoma ranch has become a sanctuary, not just for him and Gwen, but for the boys as well. Insiders say moments like this recent show of support reaffirm that Shelton made the right decision. He's exactly where he wants to be, one source explained. And moments like this remind him why. Fans react. "This is the Blake we love." The fan response has been overwhelmingly positive. Across platforms, supporters praised Shelton not for his fame or accomplishments, but for his heart. Many shared personal stories of blended families, saying the moment gave them hope. One fan wrote, "As a stepchild myself, seeing this made me cry. It doesn't always have to be complicated." Another added, "Blake Shelton might be a superstar, but this is his greatest success. More than just a public appearance." What made the moment resonate wasn't just that the boys showed up, it was how they showed up. They weren't there for attention. They weren't posing for cameras. They were simply present, offering quiet but unmistakable support. That kind of gesture can't be manufactured. It's built over years of trust, shared experiences, and mutual respect. Blake Shelton's emotional growth. Those close to Shelton say becoming a stepfather has changed him in profound ways. He's more patient, a longtime friend revealed. More grounded. He thinks beyond himself now. Shelton himself has hinted at this evolution in past interviews, often expressing gratitude for the family life he never expected but deeply cherishes. "I didn't know I needed this," he once said of his role in The Boys Lives. "But I'm thankful every day." What this means going forward. While Shelton and Stefani remain private about their family life, moments like this suggest their foundation is stronger than ever. As the boys grow older and pursue their own interests, sources say Shelton remains committed to supporting them, whether that means cheering from the sidelines or offering guidance when asked. And judging by their recent show of support, the feeling is mutual. A quiet reminder of what matters most. In the end, Blake Shelton's stepsons showing up wasn't about headlines or public approval. It was about something far simpler, and far more meaningful. It was about family. It was about gratitude. And it was about a man who chose to love fully, without conditions or expectations, and was rewarded with loyalty that can't be bought or staged. For Blake Shelton, the applause that night didn't come from a crowd. It came from the people who matter most.